Legel, our diversity, equity, and inclusion ambassador.
Fantastic. Let's see here. All right. So this month, thank you, Kelly. This month we are celebrating the Muslim Festival of Sacrifice, Eid al-Adha, which is celebrated by Muslims worldwide. It's on the third day of Hajj is the annual Islamic pilgrimage to Mecca, and this year it falls on July 20th. So I'm going to show a brief video and then share a couple of slides that one of the DNI ambassadors shared with us. So here we go.
The Muslim Feast of Sacrifice, Eid al-Adha, is a 4-day celebration. It is based on the lunar calendar, so every year the holiday occurs about a week earlier than it did the year before. Over 30 years, Eid al-Adha will occur in nearly every week of the calendar. During Eid al-Adha, most Muslims remember the biblical story of Abraham and his willingness to make sacrifices for Allah, which is the Arabic name for God that most Muslims use. Muslims believe that God asked Abraham to show that his faith was strong by saying he was willing to sacrifice his son. Because Abraham would give up so much, he proved his love for and trust in God. As a reward, God did not allow Abraham to go through with the sacrifice. To commemorate Abraham's trust and willingness to make a big sacrifice, many Muslims take part in a feast during Eid al-Adha, where they share the meat of a goat or a sheep. 1/3 of the meat is for immediate family. 1/3 is gifted to friends, and the final third portion of meat is given away to the poor. Giving away the meat symbolizes the willingness of Muslims to give up something important in order to fulfill God's wishes, just as Abraham did. How do you show your trust in and love for someone?
Great, and now I'm going to share the slides. See if I can get that going. So, Eid al-Adha is this holiday, and there was a great presentation by Ed Gein's DI ambassador group, and one of the people in his group is Aziz Khatri, who shared, some of his personal experiences with the holiday, which I'd like to just share with you because I thought it was really great. So first of all, he said that one of the big things that's a part of this is you're going to be meeting friends and family, so there's a lot of shopping involved. So he showed several pictures of shopping that is done before the festival. And he also highlighted that one of the things that people do is buy these bracelets and wear them for the holiday. And then, of course, it's all centered around Hajj. So the festival occurs on the third day of Hajj. And then in terms of the sacrifice, there's that element of buying an animal and then sharing that with your family, your friends, and then donating it to the poor. And so, but he said that it's not just a goat; it can be a bull. He says one of his family members does a camel, or a cow, or of course the goat. And so he shared all these pictures. And then in addition to the meat, there's other traditional dishes. On the sweet side, it's these vermicelli sweet noodles. And then also there's savory foods as well. And then, of course, lots of eating. And then he also highlighted that there's like a temporary tattoo that a lot of people decorate themselves with called henna. So I just am so appreciative of Ed Geins and his group for putting together the great presentation. And before we go back, I'd also just like to highlight one other thing, and that is the DNI Ambassadors Group and the Black Professionals Affinity Group hosted a Juneteenth celebration last month. And we had a cooking demonstration that was fantastic. We all ended up very hungry after watching it, and had a great time, learned a lot. And we will be doing more of these celebrations, so stay tuned for that in the future and join us. It will be open to all ProVisor members. So that's it for me. Kelly, thank you so much for the opportunity to share this.
Thank you, Matt.